Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. This is your host Bharat, and I've reviewed plenty of gaming mice on my channel. But wireless gaming mice has never been a comfort level for me. I've never found the right one for me till now. But today, Corsair have sent me the Dark Core RGB Pro wireless gaming mouse. Let's check this out. If you're new to Tech Matrix, this is Bharat and we unbox, review and do plenty of giveaways on anything tech. So subscribe and hit that bell icon to get notified for all the new videos and giveaways. The Corsair Dark Core RGB Pro costs $79.99 USD, but I will leave the best deals that keep running, so check the description down below to get the best ones available. And it comes in one color of matte black. The box is a similar basic Corsair packaging. They moved out of the magnetic locks and have all the features clearly with specs as well written. You open it from the bottom and inside the box you get the Dark Core RGB Pro, interchangeable elongated side panels, a slipstream USB dongle and a USB Type-C detachable 1.8 meter braided cable which comes with a velcro strap as well, and a user guide and warranty information, but no extra feet are available. The material on the mouse is mostly matte black plastic and has a broader contour design, and the Dark Core chassis is designed to be suitable for palm or claw grip styles, and it's a very versatile mouse. You can however play fingertip styles if you have larger palm size. For short and narrow palm size it can become a bit clumsy. The main highlight here is that this is a hybrid mouse, which means it works on wired as well as wireless. You get this Type-C cable and the mouse has an integrated Type-C port at the bottom of the mouse. Good to see Corsair moving up its tech. You need to plug in the cable to use certain functions like the surface calibration and onboard profiles, and updating the firmware you will need the cable. You get the switch to toggle at the bottom, slide to the left for 2.4 GHz slipstream, which is claimed to give close to 50 hours of playtime, but with lighting on it came close to 34 to 40 hours, which is still great. Slide to the right for Bluetooth as well and you get close to 40 hours with lighting on this mode. And the center is basically switched off mode, but can be kept in this for a wired mode too. Now for me this felt more wired as I needed to connect to charge each time. So what I did was to buy one of these snap-on magnetic wires. Basically the Type-C snap-on goes here, and as and when you need to charge you just snap on the wires and it starts charging, and just pull and it snaps off, making it almost wireless. Although you get Qi wireless charging on the special edition, I will leave the links for that in the description. Coming back to the mouse, there are textured grips down the left side for your thumb to rest. For your ring and pinky fingers on the right side, there are these panels which are interchangeable. You can switch to these textured and elongated side panels easily. They come with magnets, and also you get the slipstream dongle slots in here. If you wish to carry your mouse, you can slot the same here. This is a broad profile, but I mostly use a full palm grip, and just for you to see how they are for a medium broad palms, these are very comfortable and are good to maneuver. And moving on to the buttons, the right and left click buttons have a very good feedback like always, and the positioning is not too aggressive and are decently spaced out to each other but are pretty tactile. Interesting part is that you get these extra two macro capable buttons on the left click side. For me personally I didn't find an issue, but if you have large palms then you might end up clicking accidentally. These are by default the DPI change buttons, but you can change it according to your needs, and they are made of high quality Omron switches which provides ultra fast response and are rated for 50 million clicks. The scroll wheel is made of rubber and plastic core and has a slim rubber texture grip, and the scroll steps are pretty good and are close to the M65 Pro RGB that I had reviewed earlier. The link's on the top right. They are pretty quiet as well, and the Dark Core Pro is also an optical mouse and gives you an insanely high DPI of 18,000 and comes with the PAW3392 optical sensor for precise movement control. There is a single profile change switch. Clicking that changes the profile with a color change. You can change the action for this to a DPI as well in the macro, and the top DPI button has 3 DPI steps and changes with 3 different lights on the sides here to give a visual feedback on what DPI levels you are presently on. You get a 2.5 GHz slipstream dongle which gives you a sub 1 millisecond connection speeds, which is amazing. This is as good as a wired mouse. Me especially, I've always been away from wireless mice for this very reason, but now I feel so comfortable using wireless mice. And on the left side you get dual buttons which lay flush with a very small elevation to give you a sense of where each button is. I wish one was of a different texture to give you a sense of what you're clicking. They are pretty large in size and placed very close, slightly accentuated and matte finish. This allows to recognize keys easily. This also has onboard memory to save 3 different profiles directly on the mouse. There are 9 zones of dynamic RGB backlighting, including an integrated light bar with 4 individual addressable RGB LEDs, which you can control right from the iCUE software with full spectrum for a total of 16.8 million colors. The mouse needs the latest iCUE software to function the best. The latest iCUE has been updated a lot and it's very intuitive. The UI on the app is pretty neat. On the main screen, you have all the profiles on the left. You can even download profiles from Corsair forums. Next, you get to see all the connected devices, and once you click the Darkcore Pro, you get the Actions tab where you set all your macros and button profiles here. A total of 7 programmable keys for your use, right from right click, middle click, profile switch, DPI up, DPI down, forward and back buttons as well. Then you get the lighting tab where you can assign different lighting effects for the 8 different zones available for lighting right on this dashboard. Change the speed below and start and stop the same basis the change of a profile. Then you have a unique tab which is a hardware action. Yes, unlike most mice, you can save the profile right on the mouse and can store up to 3 profiles and can be used on any of your PCs without the need of the iCUE software. Below that, you also get the hardware lighting, which is the same, can be stored on the mouse. Next, you have the DPI tab where you can change the DPI with just a step of 1 for each DPI and can store 3 DPIs in one profile. And then you get the performance tab which lets you change the angle snapping, pointer precision and profile color. You also get the surface calibration and onboard profiles where you get 3 options to choose from, but both will work only when you're connected via the included BIOS. I also got a direct firmware update when I plugged the mouse in with the USB cable, and you will get the new firmware right here in the settings. You also get to change the polling rate right from here from 125 up to 2000 MHz or 0.5 milliseconds, which is probably the fastest I have seen on any mouse right now. Then you also get a sleep mode, enable button, brightness change slider, enable battery on the status bar, which gives you a quick look at the battery available right on the taskbar. These are not weight adjustable though, but it comes with a balanced weight of about 135 grams. So to sum it all up, this mouse is a very versatile mouse without the flaps, more broad and focused for strategy and multitasking, and with flaps it will give you a better grip and precision and can be used for FPS and sniping, especially useful for PUBG. A bit too large for short palms, but does the job if you have a medium or large palms. One small drawback is that the scroll wheel when I started using felt like it had a very sensitive click button, so the mouse used to go into auto scroll like you see here, but that was due to a very low sensitive mice which I have been using all this while. So once you start using this, you will get a hold of the sensitivity. But other than that, this mouse is a very good step in the future for Corsair and you should consider this without a doubt. So guys, what do you think about the Corsair Darkcore RGB Pro gaming mouse? Tell me in the comment sections below, and also hit that like button and subscribe for more such geeky videos. This is your host Bharat. Peace out.